I'm here talking to Professor Mark Faghy, Professor of Exercise Science at the University of Derby in Nottingham. And he's here to talk to us about some exciting research, long COVID research he's doing. So please tell us.
Hi everybody, thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today. Mark Faghy, Professor of Clinical Exercise Science, and I've been co-leading ERASE, which is a treatment trial of antiviral medicines, which was the first in the UK. So we've recently finished our data collection, and we're as fast as we can analysing all of that data to share the findings with patients. But what we're essentially doing is looking at the use of remdesivir, which is an antiviral medication which is given upon admission to hospital for people with acute COVID, but we're actually testing the use of that in people in community settings living with long COVID to see if it provides some effective benefits in alleviating symptom profiles. So I don't have any data that I can share at the moment. Like I say, we're working on that as fast as we can, but we are going to progress that to a randomised control trial, hopefully starting in 2026. And the idea behind that is that we now know that there's an appetite for using these trials. Again, getting patients coming from community settings into hospital for treatment is a question of whether that would be achievable and feasible, but it was highly feasible. We probably could have recruited 3 times the amount of patients that we needed for the trial, if not more. So we know that it's a feasible option. Now we want to see whether it's effective in alleviating symptom profiles. So don't have any data to share at the moment, but I'll be in constant communication with you when that's available so that we can share that with you as a community, because these treatment trials are really important to you to try and find ways forward for you as a community.
Oh, that's fantastic. Mark, so could you please tell us why remdesivir? I'm thinking possibly he was the thought that to reduce viral load, viral persistence in long COVID.
So remdesivir, like I say, is used for people admitted to hospital with acute infections. There's a lot of efficacy data that shows and demonstrates that it reduces the severity of acute infection, as you say, by reducing that viral load. We know that viral persistence is a prominent pathology in long COVID. Those viral fragments have been shown and widely talked about at the event here over the past few days. So the thinking really is that if it has that potential to reduce kind of viral persistence, then it could have a positive impact on the symptoms. But it's only been tested in acute settings and not in the long COVID settings.
So Mark, tell us about the patient profile you did in recruitment. I understand that you took extensive history of all those people with long COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. So we didn't recruit to a particular phenotype. What we did is we recruited people with a confirmed diagnosis of long COVID from their healthcare professionals. And as the end of the study, what we were doing was obtaining all of the previous medical history. So looking at the number of confirmed and suspected COVID infections, progression through long COVID, when that diagnosis happened, care pathways that they've been involved with, and also took an extensive look at the pre-COVID medical history as well. And what that will do is will allow us to reverse engineer our thinking of where this treatment might be effective for certain people when we kind of get that efficacy data in the future.
That's fantastic. So it sounds like you're doing very much like what David Petrino's doing, whereby you're using the treatments to filter out phenotypes of long COVID. So, because obviously some people will respond and others won't, and then you can target treatment. Could you tell us a bit about that and who else you're working with on this project?
Yeah, absolutely. So David is a great collaborator of ours, along with the wonderful team that he has. So essentially we're working with anybody and everybody that can help us find answers and solutions to these challenges. One of the key things that we're wanting to do, and we recognise, is that remdesivir isn't going to be a single treatment that will cure and take away those symptoms of COVID. It will be part of a suite of treatments that will be required. And that's because of the underlying pathologies. Viral persistence is one of those pathologies, so we need to test medicines that address viral persistence. Then you've got the overactive immune system and the kind of the clotting pathologies. They will require different medicines. But what we're trying to do is to find candidate medications and trial candidate medications for each of the distinct pathologies. So in the future, the aim is that we will have a suite of medicines that we can bring together to form an effective treatment pathway.
Oh, that's just so fantastic, so needed. You're doing wonderful work. Thank you so much for telling us about that today, and keep us posted, and watch out on Long COVID The Answers. We're going to try and aim to showcase this research once it's published. Thank you so much.